back to Dance Geek. I'm Claire, and I've decided to deal with the coronavirus outbreak by going to space. That is a really bad joke, but it will make sense in a minute. You'll see over here, I have up in the corner is my friend, Megan Jessup. Megan is from Dance Habit, as it says at the bottom of her little screen. Now, Dance Habit is a studio in Melbourne, Australia that I teach at, one of the studios here. And given the very, very problematic state of the world at the moment, Dance Habit are one of the studios that have decided to take their classes online. In Australia, this is still an option for us. In other parts of the world, like a lot of my subscribers in America, this is not an option. It's either online classes or no classes at all. And for most dancers, no classes at all is not a good option. So Megan is going to be running her studio online using the program Zoom. And that is where we are filming today. I am literally filming within a virtual meeting room, or as we're going to start calling them, we're filming from within a virtual dance studio. What you'll be able to do with Zoom and what your studio will be able to do with Zoom is really, really cool. You'll be able to have all of your classes online. Is this going to be an ideal situation? No, not at all. Is it better than no dance? Yes, I truly believe it is. So what I wanted to do was show you how to use Zoom, how to get into a Zoom meeting or Zoom dance studio class, and give you a few little tips for how to use Zoom to make your class situation from your living room or wherever as best as possible. Now, Zoom does allow you to have these virtual backgrounds, which is a lot of fun, but probably not particularly practical for a dance class. So I am going to leave out of space and return to my bedroom. I know Megan is filming from her house. You're setting up a webcam. Is that right? For your...
Yes, so I'm navigating the world of tech right now with cords and connectors and all kinds of stuff. So we're all figuring it out.
We are. And that's the main thing I want everyone to realize, is that everyone is figuring this out. I am a tech head. Most of you who watch my videos know that. You know that if I can do it through tech, I will do it through tech. But dance teachers don't need to. We didn't do how to run online classes in our dance teacher training. It wasn't part of it. It probably will be from now. But so teachers like Megan, we have been spending countless hours trying to figure this out, trying to get the right equipment so that we can not only get the classes to you, but so that we can get them to you in good quality. Dance Habit, like I said earlier, have decided to go with Zoom meetings, and this tutorial will be about how to use that. So let's get into how to use Zoom. We're going to wave goodbye to Megan at the moment.
Bye.
Cool. And let's get on with the tutorial. First, we're going to look at getting in to a Zoom dance class. There are many ways you can do this, and the first way we're going to look at is through Dance Studio Pro. This is the preferred method for Dance Habit students, but if it doesn't apply to you, skip ahead. When you're in your student portal on Dance Studio Pro, all you need to do is go to today's schedule, which is over here, click on other days, and it will show you your calendar, so the classes you're enrolled in at your studio. Double click on the class and it will give you this little icon of a video camera. That's your Zoom link. It then clicks and takes you straight through to Zoom. Easy. Next up, we're looking at how to enter your dance class via an email link. The email sent to you by the studio will have a lot of information in it, but all you need to focus on is possibly the password, if this is what your studio requires of you. The password's right here. And the Join Zoom meeting link, which is this one up here. Click the link and it will prompt you to open Zoom, or depending on your computer or device, it might take you directly there. Okay, let's go through some of the Zoom controls. Up here you have the option to record the class. Now this, for Dance Habit students, will be disabled. And I'm pretty sure most studios will disable the ability for students to record the class. This is due to privacy, copyright, and so many legal issues that we just do not need to get into. So You probably won't be able to record it, but your teacher might record part of it and then share it with you later. Down the bottom, you have a little picture of a microphone, a little picture of a video camera. These are your controls for your own volume, microphone, and video. So your own audio and video. Now, most of the time, the device that you're using can do both the video and the audio. So you won't really need to worry about these except for one feature, and that's the mute button. When you are on mute, no one can hear you within the dance space. This is actually a really important feature that teachers around the world who are using Zoom already have figured out. We need to be able to mute our students, especially when the music is playing, because there's lots of feedback issues and you can't hear the instructor and the music very clearly. So if you see your mute go on, please don't be offended, okay? It's the equivalent of your teacher asking you to be quiet in class, but with a little bit more necessity because of the technical elements of Zoom. The next one is video. There might be times where people say they can't see you. Make sure the video, the little icon of the video, doesn't have this red line through it. When it's got the red line through it, you only see the name, Claire Haywood. There will be times where your teacher may ask you to turn off your video. Sometimes, if the bandwidth that you are using for your internet, that the teacher is using for their internet is slow, the video might slow down, it might pixelate, there might be a delay. So turning off the video that's not necessary, so for some of the students at certain points, may make it a bit easier for you to see the footage that the teacher wants you to see. More tips about using Zoom. At Dance Habit, when we start a Zoom class, our students will see a disclaimer that has some legal issues in it, legal information in it, one of which is acknowledgement from you, the student, that when you're participating in a Zoom class, that your space turns from a private space into a semi-public space. Now, what this means, you may see your friend's dog run through her dance space. Try as best as possible to limit these sorts of interruptions, but just know they may happen. Hi! Like this one. This is Charlie. Oh, and this is his big brother, Indy, who is going to take him outside for me.
Charlie, come on.
Now, before you join your Zoom dance class, you're going to want to find a space in your house where you can dance. Now, if your house is anything like mine, this could be really tricky. It may mean that the big living room is not an option because your little brother has set up a wooden train set. So you might need to find somewhere else. Weather permitting, you might be able to go outside. But please check with your local guidelines on isolation during the coronavirus time. You should be allowed to go outside, but just check. This is my front yard and driveway. Now, I can't use the driveway because there are cars, but we have this great big open space here. Lots of space for me to move my arms around, things like that. So this could work. Now, this is a concrete area. I am not going to be wearing my ballet shoes or my jazz shoes out here. I would probably wear a pair of old runners or a pair of shoes that I can still move and point my feet in, but I don't want to be wearing my good dance shoes on this surface. Whilst you might have enough space to do your dance class, it might not be the safest flooring. In that case, I would recommend either just do your best and advise your teacher when you get into the virtual meeting that your floor space is a little bit compromised and that you may need to do some things a little bit modified. So you might not be able to do pirouettes because it's not safe. Or if you have access to still be able to go down to your local hardware store, have a look at my tutorial on how to make your own dance board. For Dance Habits students, the fabulous Lisa Marie has adapted this tutorial to specifically work for TAP students. The board that I use in my tutorial is not the best for TAP, but you can get a very cheap, easy access, very cheap board at Bunnings or your local hardware store made of plywood that you can do tap on. So you could bring that board out here. If it's a ballet class, you can watch my ballet bar tutorial and again, make your own ballet bar and bring that outside. My last tip is to do with the camera angle. Two things with your camera. You want to have it on an angle that is a bit above you so that it is going down slightly from your body. So roughly where your eye line is, and then down, but you also want to make sure that doesn't make sense. You want to make sure your whole body can be seen from your head down to your feet, and so that your teacher can really see everything. So have a play with it first of where you can put the camera. Tripods are great for helping out with this. They'll stabilize the camera, makes it a bit safer. You'll notice in this tripod, I have put it in sideways. Landscape, this is called, gives you a much better picture in a video setting on smartphones than portrait does. So if you can, put it in landscape like this. But it's not really going to matter if you do the whole thing in portrait. If you're using your laptop and the webcam within your laptop, same thing. Just make sure that your camera is elevated a little bit so that you can be seen from above rather than below. Now, they're my basic tips in how to use Zoom if you're a student attending a class. Any teachers or dance studio principals, if you want some advice on how to use it as a teacher, let me know and I will either give you that advice directly or I'll make another video. Speaking of videos, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel. It really, really helps me out in the long run. This is a business for me and it's free to subscribe. So just hit the subscribe button down here or on this side. I never remember which side it's on. Oh well. Check out some of my other videos, especially if you're in lockdown or self-isolation. I've got heaps of really fun videos about dance and some informative videos. And during this Corona time, I'm going to be bringing out a lot, or hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be bringing out a lot more content for you. So if you want to request a video, send it my way. I will see you in the next Dance Geek video. Please remember, keep a distance from people physically, but try to connect socially. Always keep dancing and wash your hands. Bye, guys.